I'm Rick Party. It is time for Rick Party's Notebook, news from around the world and in our communities, from my perspective.
More people may die if we don't coordinate. Look, as my chief of staff, Ron Klain, would say, who handled Ebola, the vaccine is important. It's of little use until you're vaccinated.
That's President-elect Joe Biden speaking on President Trump's unwillingness to cooperate in the peaceful transfer of power. So while Trump is still trying to have a pissing contest with Biden by not conceding, Biden believes
more people may die if we don't coordinate.
To the tune of 1,000 deaths a day, nearly 200,000 people infected in a day. And you know what? While that's scary, I got to be honest with you. What's even scarier is that we have a vaccine that's called Operation Warp Speed, and it takes years for a vaccine to be ready. Well, this one, they say, is about 90% effective. But even with that, let's put this into perspective. Birth control is about 99% effective. But out goes that theory if a woman misses one day taking birth control. Then it slides down to 91%. Now, that's a huge margin when you compare that to a COVID vaccine working at its full potential at 90%. Miss a day, the thought of what could happen. But I digress. Let's hear what Biden says about distribution.
So how do we get the vaccine? How do we get over 300 million Americans vaccinated? What's the game plan? It's a huge, huge, huge undertaking to get it done, prioritize those greatest in need, and working our way through it, and also cooperate with the World Health Organization and the rest of the world in dealing with this. And so they say they have this Warp Speed program that not only dealt with getting vaccines, but also how to distribute this. If we have to wait until January 20th to start that planning, it puts us behind over a month, month and a half. And so it's important that it be done, that there be coordination now or as rapidly as we can get that done.
Well, here's some good news, kinda. If you have a loved one who's in the military, the Trump administration says as soon as this week, they'll order military officials to cut the number of troops in Afghanistan from 4,500 to 2,500 and the number of forces in Iraq from 3,000 to 2,500 by January 15th. But the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, says, not so fast.
A rapid withdrawal of U.S. forces from Afghanistan now would hurt our allies and delight the people who wish us harm. Violence affecting Afghans is still rampant. The Taliban is not abiding by the conditions of the so-called peace deal. The consequences of a premature American exit would likely be even worse than President Obama's withdrawal from Iraq back in 2011, which fueled the rise of ISIS and a new round of global terrorism.
A bunch of humanitarians are going, that's so kind of Mitch McConnell. And some mothers are saying, bring my baby back home. What do you stand with this? If I may be honest for a second, not all Republicans are racist, bigots, and rebellious. Quite honestly, follow me here. I saw that big Trump rally this weekend, right? A good friend of mine, Jay Wesley, he's a reporter with 100 Proof Radio. He's a brother, not a Republican. He covered this rally in Atlanta. Not one person called him out of his name. In fact, they greeted him like an old friend with love because he's expressing his First Amendment right, freedom of speech, just as they are.
What's up, man? I remember you from last week. What's up, man? How you doing? All right. We don't break any laws. We all fought for our country, fought to protect the Constitution of the United States. So those kids down there that have never paid $1 in taxes their entire life can badmouth this country and badmouth this flag. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that's America.
Is this what Trump may have meant when he said stand by?
Hey, look, at the end of the day, Trump is our president, but he's just another elected official. I don't need his permission to stand up with my brothers in arms. Don't need his permission.
Thank you.
Hey, you stay blessed out here, brother.
All right, you too.
Let's be fair and honest. On both sides, there are racists, bigots, and rebels. You know, you've seen them, neo-Nazis and all that crap that happens in Charlottesville and around the world. But then there are some good people who are Republicans. But that's just America. A political party doesn't make you better than anyone else. We're simply just a diverse country with opposing views on a lot of things. But if we don't learn how to work together, we will lose everything. That's all I got in my notebook for Rick Party's Notebook. News from around the world and in our communities from my perspective.